Hi everyone, welcome back to the 100-day series of Heal Your Inner Child. Today we are on day 67. And today is about um, healing conversations between your inner child and your adult self. All right. So today can be a little triggering, right, for folks who've had people or adults in your life who have really been critical, right? However, you all know that this work is something that's quite intense. And if you've been doing all the work prior to this day, right, which is the 67th day, if you've been going one by one through each and every day, then it won't be that difficult, right? Before I start, I'm Anisha Dutt. I'm a healer and a spiritual life coach, and I've been working with folks for over a decade now. And coming back to today's topic, I was thinking that, instead of going through a format or a meditation, I should make it a little more creative, right? So, what I thought is that what I want you to do is take a notebook, okay, and keep your inner child right in front of you, right? You here, your inner child, right? So you can just put it in front of you, wherever you are on your while you're writing, and come up with, right, 10 conversations that you had with an adult growing up. It could be your father, it could be your mother, it could be your aunt, uncles, it could be neighbors, right? Or various uncles, aunties, whatever, where you felt hurt by their words, right? So it could be your father telling you you can't go to play, right? And you felt hurt. It could be your mother. It was like for me, it was my grandmother not allowing me to go to a night uh, stay at my friend's place, right? Or my grandmother not allowing me to go to a birthday party, right? It could be your uncle, screaming at you and telling you to behave yourself, right? It could be your aunt um, telling you to be a good girl, and that you're really misbehaving with her. You're screaming and shouting, and you're not a good person, whatever, right? So there can be so many conversations in your mind, right, in your psyche, that are there, that are buried. Or now that I've given you a prompt of thinking of those conversations, they might just come up to the surface, right? So I want you to write it down, or at least 10 conversations, right? Now that you know what conversation, so it was between you and this person, and what was it? One line about it, right? Now, once you've done that, it can take some time. Okay, give yourself that time, because now we're not rushing. Now we know that working with the inner child takes time, and you're going to give that time to that inner child, right? Because you're going to be that adult that your inner child felt safe with, that you felt safe with as a child, and you're becoming that. Sometimes in that process, you become a different human being, and that's what you're working on, right? That person who your inner child can trust and believe and love. Yeah. Okay. So once that's done, then I want you to now, once that's done, okay, now you, the current adult self, becomes the adult replacing the adult in the conversation. So, for example, you've written number one, a conversation between you when you were 10 years old and your father, right? Now, so that 10-year-old is your inner child now, right? Currently. And that father in that conversation now becomes you, the adult self. So, I want you to write on the next page a healing conversation that you would have wanted as a 10-year-old to hear from your father. Now, you as an adult will tell those things to your inner child. So, let me give you an example. if you've written that, you wanted ice cream, right? And your father told you to get lost, or your father told you to go away, right? That he was busy. Now you are the loving, empathetic adult, and you ask your child inner child asks you for an ice cream. What will you say? Suppose you're busy, so you'll tell your inner child, yes, I will definitely get you the ice cream. I am a little caught up right now in a meeting or in something, whatever you're doing. But within half an hour, I will get free, and then both of us will go out there, we'll play, and we'll have the ice cream. You see the difference in the two conversations? One was dismissive, one was very harsh, right? One made the child feel very insignificant. The child felt abandoned, right, in that moment. So many things. And again, it'll be different from for all of you. You've learned that by now. However, the new one is an understanding conversation, very empathetic, very the adult is present in the moment. The adult is listening to the inner child. It's right. So this is just an example. It can be something else. It can be that the adult is actually not doing anything, and they're like, yes, yeah, let's go and have ice cream. Yeah. So what is it that how would you react as a healed adult now to that inner child? Write a line that's the opposite of what you've written earlier, right? And that way, I want you to write 10 transformative dialogues between you, the adult version, and the inner child, right? And one thing you can do is when you're doing the transformative dialogues, you can even record it on your phone, right? And audio recorder, whatever. And you can listen to those healing conversations later. It's going to be very therapeutic, it's going to be very healing. So do that, okay? And I feel like this is a very, very beautiful, touching exercise that will actually help you, all the work that we've done. Now you're doing the homework. Now you're actually thinking about, oh, what will I say? And this is something that can't be I can't explain. I can't describe like, do this, do that, because your conversation with your inner child will be absolutely different, right? Compared to mine. And I've given you an example so that it'll help you create those dialogues. Yeah. So good luck with this beautiful conversation with your inner child. I'll see you tomorrow. Signing off, Anisha Dutt from Zarya Healings.